I went into a bar.
Yeah.
Is it fine? Is it okay?
Yeah, it's recording.
I went into a bar.
Oh yeah. That, you know what that doing? Eating close to the mic for a podcast. Get away with it on YouTube. On a podcast, it's like
sacrilege.
Oh mate, it's the worst.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, I went into this bar, and I hated everyone in there. Everyone. To every single person. There was some bird in there with a hat on. I was just like, I just wanted to go out and go, fuck off. Just because she was wearing a hat. Which I know is totally unfair, but...
You mean she loved herself? Is that what it is?
First of all, walk in there wearing a hat. There's no need for that hat.
You're
There's
inside.
No need for it.
You're inside. You used to tell me off for bullshit for wearing a hat inside.
I mean, I've done that. I wear a hat inside sometimes. But sometimes it...
You can get away with a peaked cap.
But there's a reason for that. I don't want to do my hair. Speaking of which, we'll talk about my hair in a bit.
Well, a lot of big reaction to your hair, wasn't it?
Too big. Let me get away.
Well, it's not too big, mate. You made the statement. You get your hair choose like that. You can't choose what kind of reaction you're going to get. It's your fault, not theirs.
Okay. We're going to be talking about all sorts. We're going to talk about Man City versus Liverpool this weekend.
Last week's pod.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to browse the comments like as
I've got a few. I've got a few here. Whilst he's doing that, a couple of quick things. We have Patreon. So if you want to become a Patreon member, you can do for just $3, and you will be able to see the last 25 minutes of the podcast.
Don't be a cheap prick. £3, you know what I mean?
And the other reason you might want to do that is this signature display, which is behind me from the Champions League final. That is available. At the end of the month, I'll pick a winner from anyone who's a patron for $3. So get involved. And if you want to check out the website, there's a link in the description. And there's a discount code with 10% off. That's if you use the discount code James and Flav loves porn.
10.
Sorry.
Did he respond to that? Did he watch it and come back to you?
Yeah, he did. He said someone checked out the website, so he was pleased with that and used the discount code. Yeah.
So someone bought something?
Someone must have bought something, yeah. So
my brother made a couple of sales on the t-shirts as well.
Did he really? That's brilliant. Anyone who's done that, thank you so much. Because that's part of it. Well, I know we say it a million times, but you guys supporting the podcast allows us to keep doing it. So.
My favourite one, I guess, is James, mate. The new trim. What's happened there?
Anyone who's done YouTube, the worst YouTube comments are the ones that aren't that bad. They're not like, if it's like, God, you're a disgrace, you can kind of live with that. But it's the ones that are like, oh, James has piled on a few.
Well, Brett.
Stuff like that. That really stings.
Yeah, that happens all the time. What you when you look in the mirror, you don't see if you put on weight until you get someone takes a still of you and you're like, oh my God, I'm fucking fat as fuck.
Yeah.
And then when someone highlights it, it's quite painful. It does hurt.
Do you know what the big one for me is is when you have to put your pant waistline over your stomach. that's when I'm like,
I've done that.
It's time to do some sort of challenge.
Yeah, I just really find it hard to get motivated to move at the moment.
Just start.
I know, I don't.
Just a tiny bit. Get the kettlebells out.
I've got the kettlebells. It's a horrible experience doing those. Yeah, the response to that, Brad Hughes, sticking up for you. He went,
yeah,
a childish little boy like you wouldn't understand a classy and regal haircut.
Regal.
Such as the one James has.
Yes.
I'm sure it's regal.
Yeah, I've got a few areas. Yeah, Brad Hughes also said, lovely trim, it's classy and mature. It cost me £8 to get my hair cut. That's in Wigan. I don't know how he's saying that's in Wigan. If that's flippant or it's like, no, that's in Wigan.
Yeah.
Sure.
But an £8 haircut in Wigan's like a £60 haircut in London.
Is it? Right. The Chat Shack. James looks like Emery Cohen with that haircut.
I don't know who is that. Google that.
I think that's the guy from Peaky Blinders.
Which one?
Which I think is far too kind.
Not the
Tommy
lead.
Shelby?
No, that's not his name.
Who's Tommy Shelby?
Tommy Shelby is...
Someone else said Tommy Shelby and I was like... And then I searched out.
He's a kind of like Peaky Blinder haircut.
But it's way off.
Yeah.
What's
your feeling? What's your feeling about the haircut?
1 week on.
Yes.
1 week on.
Yeah. How are you feeling?
I'm pleased I did it. Firstly, because you got to try new things, haven't you? Got to try new things.
But I'm not sure it was. You was trying a new thing.
I was.
The hairdresser or the barber had to go mosque, so he brushed it. That's
possibly. No, I had to slow him down because he did want to go to the mosque.
You had to pray. You know, you got to pray at a certain time of your day.
Yeah.
And you're stopping it.
Yeah, no, I just said, look, let's just get this done, and then you can go to the mosque. Do you want the money or not? Mr. Doctor, but last one.
What did he say to you? Just say, how did you know that you needed to go to the mosque?
Because the other two just gone. And he was like, no, I'll lock up. I'll just finish this first.
Yeah.
Mr. Dr. Boomstick said James looks like a pretentious little French boy. Hope that's the look you were going for. Still the best podcast you've never heard of. Anyway, Simon Shergill, pod is getting...
Excuse me, I've got a really bad croaky cough.
Simon Shergill...
days.
What have you?
No, I feel like I'm that
growing out of it.
Stage of my life is ending.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. When I've had a beer, I'm like, bang on it.
Yeah, loving it. And he said to me, yeah. Home wins coming up as well. Big response from home wins. Just quickly, Simon Shergill said the pod is getting way better. Go on, boys. So, which makes me think it was terrible. It's getting miles better than it used to be.
It was. I don't see it. I mean, that's a good thing though. Just turn up, do it. Feels natural. Yeah. Then fuck off.
And then exactly. I'm sure Simon, you'll be disappointed this week, and then you can say it again in another couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And here's another one because you get a bit angry about it, but just actually, can you just be quiet? Elizabeth Thompson, does the like help you besides making you feel good? I always do like your podcast, but I prefer to use the likes to bookmark things I find down the rabbit hole I would want to look at again, but would have trouble finding. If it helps to get you suggested or something, would it hurt anything if I liked it right away and then eventually unliked it? It would be really helpful to me. Don't say a word. Smash that like button, guys. This is my channel. I just need a little bit of help, and everyone else is doing it. And that's the big problem. Everyone else is, can we get 50,000 likes? And they get 6 views, but they still seem to get 50,000 likes. And then they seem to get loads of subscribers. I'd like some subscribers, please. So hit the like button. Thank you.
I think the better thing to do would be for you to definitely like the video, but just share it with someone. Let someone you know about the pod.
That's a good idea.
And a nice organic growth will get up there. Trying to trick the algorithm it doesn't work for small YouTubers. It works for big ones. They know. Understand from a YouTube perspective. What do they want? They don't care. They have no sort of. There's not a bloke up there and going, let's. Huh?
They're scraping the data. So if you enjoy the podcast, hit the like button.
They're not. They will push the biggest YouTubers because they get the most views and they serve the most ads on it.
Getting all the likes.
What value is it in building up small ones? Let's build a very not very small, like a large audience for our podcast, but do it organically, authentically, and in the end, you'll get your rewards.
Okay, hit the like button.
And hit the like button.
Do you know what, like you're saying, if you bring someone new to the podcast, you can get a shout out, as can they, as new Jafford lovers making a debut comment. Jad Hadir, I'm probably your only Lebanese listener.
Fuck,
I deserve an award or something.
What's going on in Lebanon?
I don't know, let us know, Jad.
What is going on in Lebanon, Jad? I know Lebanon because they've got the coolest flag on earth.
Have they?
Which is just a tree.
Really?
It's a tree. I'm pretty sure that's right.
So okay, look.
Lebanon flag. I think it had some political upheaval. There you go. It's a little tree.
Oh yeah, that is nice.
Yeah, I wonder what it means. Let us know.
Actually, I don't want to dig it out.
No. Definitely don't. There's been some sort of political turmoil there.
Oh, right. And based around the tree? Or?
I don't know what it's based around. Let's not mansplain this or white-splain it.
Sure.
Let's just wait. Let Jad.
Yeah, Jad, explain. Let's know about the tree.
Yeah, give us 100 words on Lebanon.
On the tree, please.
And we'll read it out. We'll read it out next week. 100 words on Lebanon.
Yep. Right, let's get on to the football then. So we've got a lot of good brave takes. Would you like to talk about Spurs at all?
Again?
Well, I
don't want to talk about Spurs. I'll talk about Andre Gomez and Son. And the red card.
So how do you feel about that then?
Why the fuck was he sent off? Why was he sent off? Tell me that. Do you think he should have been sent off?
No.
Right, so no does anybody else.
Apart
from the referees and the rule makers. I didn't know that there was a rule that if your tackle forces a player to be in a position where they can't. Like if your tackle barges them into the it might be a fair challenge, but they go into
the hoardings
or something like that and go over, then it can be upgraded to a red.
Yeah, I think that's a strange rule.
Stupid rule.
Yeah, probably one that hasn't actually been enforced
ever. Yeah. And
I wonder if Mike Atkinson knew that.
What if he knew the rule?
I wonder if he knew that. In such a difficult situation. Where you got people like it was horrific, wasn't it? You see the crowd.
It was disgusting, yeah.
Yeah, and you see Aurier struggling. You know, a lot of players struggling with it. Understandably, Son obviously. I wonder if in the moment,
but he got a yellow card.
Changed his mind.
He got a yellow card first, and he upgraded it to a red.
I wonder if he lost his way a bit. And then
or did he actually? I might be made that up. I'm not sure.
I think he did. Initially, he was given a yellow card. And then he upgraded to a red. Maybe he does know the rule, but I would imagine, I wouldn't be surprised if kind of the emotion of the moment kind of got to him and he made a mistake.
I think he was acutely aware of what he was doing, because to do that means that you'd have to be aware of the rule, I think. Anyway, look, the fact is, if that is the rule, then he's not going to get the red card rescinded, and we'll just have to live with it, because if they rescind the red card, they have to change the rules. It was horrific, and it was interesting because we've got this boxing group that we're talking, and one of the guys in it was saying, like, he was a bit like miffed about all of the reaction and outpouring of sympathy for.
I thought it was a bit over the top.
Well, he just thought that this shit happens in football, and I'm with that as well. Like, it's horrific, and I never want to see it, but it's like this stuff happens all the time. Really, players breaking the legs, you don't want to see it, and the kind of furore around it. Even, like, to be fair to, like, Marco Silva and Coleman went into the Spurs dressing room and just said, like, Son, you know, it's not
these things happen.
Because you saw him, and do you know what? This is a bit fucked up about me. I was like, his head's gone. He's not going to play the rest of the game. I
just felt like there was so many sort of bodies there knocking about. Everyone trying to almost not play the hero, but kind of get involved. And, like, there's a guy whose career is possibly in tatters here. Yeah. You just focus on him. He's
such like, I know that, you know, he blows hot and cold, but he is such a
classy,
beautiful footballer to watch. You don't, like, I was watching it and I was shocked, because you did see this bit where he lifted his foot up and you know, obviously the angle of the foot was all wrong, and it was shocking. And in that moment, I did forget about the game. But you kind of, this stuff happens in football, and Son's challenge forced him to do, you know, lose control of himself. But if Aurier was like foot to the right, foot to the back, that challenge wouldn't have happened. And it's almost like Aurier had no part in this.
Mate, I just think the millions and millions of times where you've gone and they've got away with it.
Yes, yeah.
That's just sport. It's just like, you know, watch Rugby World Cup final. Like, watch a scrum. Like, how are they not paralysed? And I know that does happen, unfortunately. Obviously,
it's rare though.
Terrible.
They kind of changed it.
But like, it's just part of sport, unfortunately. I think that there's elements of it where they were talking about how hadn't they had like a bit of an interaction just before that?
Yeah, he'd been like apparently thrown, and he hadn't thrown an elbow, but he did nothing wrong. Gomez didn't do anything wrong as well. He sort of put his hand up. You see it all the time. It happens in football. You just got to get on with it. And if Son's pissed off, then that's on him. And you know, I think he knew.
I think that's where his reaction came from.
Yes, yeah, and he knew that challenge, that he'd gone in without the intention to win the ball, and I think that's why he was so regretful.
Yeah.
Afterwards, but 999 times out of 1,000, it doesn't result in that injury.
That's it, and it's. I don't know how much you can say about it. It's just one of those things.
Should we just one other thing about VAR? Like,
do you want VAR Weekly? I've got VAR Weekly.
Let's do VAR Weekly.
Do VAR Weekly.
I want to know really if anyone is still a big proponent of it in the way it's currently been used.
Well, Carragher's turned his back on it,
as everyone has. Like, even like properly like nerdalicious football reporters, you know, like Michael Cox, who wrote like that book about fucking
VAR. Did he?
No,
it's formations and stuff.
Yeah, formations and stuff. And he said, like, this is a disgrace. He's fucking up our game. I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah, yeah, that's a direct quote. Sean Clancy.
Fucking game, isn't it?
Sean Clancy said, "Brave take here, lads, but I reckon they're purposefully getting all the VAR decisions wrong. That so in a year or so's time they can pull it out without any objections." The reason the referees don't go over to watch the screen is because they've been told to let the VAR referees make the decision, and they're making purposefully bad decisions so it loses favour with fans. They should have no excuse for the dodgy officiating and decisions with VAR in place, but if they can show it still makes mistakes, they can get rid. Love the pod despite the dodgy barnet. Keep it up, lads. Cheers.
Yeah, I mean, I don't agree with it, but I can appreciate that.
Do you know the problem with someone was making a point about, I can't remember if it was Danny Murphy or who it was. They were talking about how last week, I think it might have been Anthony Taylor, the referee, had a problem with VAR. Yeah. And Mike Atkinson, the guy yesterday, he was the VAR referee for the game. And then this week, it was the other way around. And because you've got an element, even in VAR, and that because football's so subjective, and he's had the trauma of the week before, almost he's kind of like, you've got two sort of shell-shocked referees who are kind of just a bit nervous at each other. And so, because the Dele Alli one, it's just like, it's such a handball for me. I just can't get my head around it. But it's such a subjective thing that you can still watch it 26 times.
Well, in the eyes of the law, it's handball. It should be a penalty. Like, that should be... They've got to up the leniency with this sort of stuff. Like, because he's like, up... Like, all right, look, either it is or it isn't. You agree it is. But if the law if the layer of law says you can't have your arm in an unnatural position, the ball clearly hits him on the arm, it's a penalty. VAR shouldn't even be used for that. It shouldn't be used. It should be used where the referee is completely fucked up. Like that dive, the Brentford, I don't know if you've ever seen this, you will have, but again, the Brentford QPR, the guy dived.
Yeah.
That's a clear and obvious error. The ref hasn't seen it, VAR pulls it back, no penalty. That's great. You've got someone who's 3 yards offside or a yard offside, linesman hasn't caught it, bring it back. That's fine, I get that. But to stop the game for 4 minutes and look at this tiny little incident where you're talking about millimetres of a ball.
This is the struggle with it. Is that you have the rules that have an element of subjectivity, and then you've got this phrase, clear and obvious, that has a huge amount of subjectivity to it as well. Because that is the phrase that people keep going when they're doing their punditry afterwards. For me, that's not clear and obvious, or for me, that's clear and obvious. These are all opinions.
Subjectives. Yeah.
And that's the struggle with it for me. That I think if you're gonna have it, like I agree with you. You need, like Pochettino, I thought made a really good point. Someone who kind of is there and understands it and sees it and understands the context of it, like wholly and truly. They then go and see it on the screen and they go, "Oh, okay, I saw something different there at the time. I was wrong. Will you change it?"
Yeah.
That I think you can kind of understand, and then you stay within the subjectivity of that referee because you can't escape it.
Yeah, of course.
So if you can't escape subjectivity, can you control it and give it another chance? Do you know what I mean? To get it right.
But I don't understand.
That's what I think.
I don't understand why VAR's having this trial in the Premier League. Like, fucking trial it in League 2 when no one watches. Or so, like, do you know what I mean? Like, in comparison.
Yeah.
Like, and you can hone it and get it right. Actually, that's unfair to League 2 people. Try it in the conference. Fine.
One league lower.
Whatever. Do you know what I mean? Just try.
Yeah.
Just don't throw it at the World Cup. Don't throw it at the Premier League or Bundesliga or whatever else it is. Just get it right. If you can't get it right, then don't use it. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. It's fucking me off. Every single fucking game has been. The conversation is nothing about the football anymore. It's about VAR and who got fucking shafted and who didn't get shafted.
I do find that interesting though, that it is such a go-to for pundits to go, this is wrong, outrage. So say they go, VAR, the Premier League game, this isn't working. You're not enjoying it. We've had a vote. All the managers, no one likes it. So we're going to get rid of it. We're going to listen to you guys. We're going to listen to the fans. Get rid of it. And then there's the next week. There's a really bad refereeing decision. The pundits are going to go mad. The pundits still go. I'm really intrigued to see. And I don't blame them. It's going to be a difficult position for them to be in. How do you? I'll be interested to see how they have their opinion on it when they've gone, we need help. The referees need help. They've been saying that for 10 years. And then they gave referees help and it wasn't what they wanted either.
But it wasn't. They're not giving them the help. They're actually making the referee's job more difficult. I understand what you're saying. I get your point and you're right. They shouldn't ask pundits. Pundits are irrelevant. They're not important. They're 10 a penny and you can change them at any one time.
But they drive the narrative. Of
course, but you can get a new pundit. Right? If they're shit, you get a new pundit, whatever it is. The fact that Jamie Carragher goes, I'm changing my position on VAR. Don't give a shit what your opinion is, Jamie, right? The only one who really gives a shit is some Liverpool fans. That's it. And you. Right? Go out there, do a fucking quantitative sentence. A quantitative survey is what I meant. Of football fans. You're the spectator, you're the lifeblood of this, you're the one that's funding it. Without you, there wouldn't be enough money to pay these overpaid pricks anyway. What do you want? Are you enjoying this? If the answer is yes, if the majority is yes, you keep it. If it isn't, you get rid of it. You don't need to speak to the clubs, the players, you don't need to speak to the pundits. Just do a quantitative survey of 10,000 football fans. Do you want it? Don't you want it? And that's your answer.
Vox it.
What's that mean? Oh, like, yeah, Varxit.
It's time for Varxit.
That's right.
You need a referendum. You want a referendum, do you? We can't have another vote. We can't have another vote. Well, this is the will of the people. They wanted technology.
What are you doing?
They wanted technology.
What are you doing? General election.
It's up for me to decide. Tory. No. I don't know. I honestly, I go like, Who are you supposed to vote for?
I don't know.
Let's not get into that. That's for another week. Is it time for a referendum on Varxit? Let us know in the comments below.
Varxit. Just get rid of it. It's
brave takes.
People are not enjoying football anymore. This is the thing.
It is sad,
You're ruining the game.
I wonder if is it still just because we're in this bit of the season?
Yeah, probably.
Might be.
But probably this is the lull in the season, isn't it? Around this time.
Can I ask you one? Just a quick question. You don't have to go into a long thing if you don't want to. Do you think you've finished top 4?
Spurs?
Yeah.
No, not
Where
all.
do you think you'll finish?
Seventh or 8th.
7th or 8th?
Yeah. I don't want to finish 5th or 6th. I'd rather finish 8th than 6th.
4 points off 5th.
Yeah, and 5th is 6 points off of 4th.
Yeah.
That's 10 points.
You're 10 points off. 4th,
and then that's Chelsea, who can't stop winning away, and Leicester, who are
going to win the league.
I mean, they are flying.
They are flying, aren't they?
So look, I'm just seeing this as one of those seasons where it all goes tits up, and you rebuild.
You go again.
Yeah. The thing is, like I said before, is that unfortunately for everyone else, we've got so much money that this is not a long-term problem.
So you can stay calm.
I can stay very calm. It's frustrating, don't get me wrong. I'm really not enjoying watching Spurs at the moment, but we know because you can throw money at any problem in football if you have it. Unfortunately for everyone else, it's probably not a long-term thing.
Okay. Quick fire brave takes, and then I want to talk about Man City, Liverpool, please.
Yep.
Brave take: the Chelsea midfield trio of Kante, Jorginho, and Kovacic is the best in the world right now.
That's a calm take. Brave take. Yeah, all right.
Oh, it is a brave take.
Is that a Chelsea fan, or is it
people
someone from else?
It's James Longcock.
Is he Chelsea?
I don't know.
It's just thrown out there.
Yeah.
Look, they're unbelievable. We've got to apologise, I think. You and I have to apologise to Lampard. Or is it just me?
It's just you.
All right, sorry. I apologise. I apologise if he's somehow watching this. I do. What an incredible job he's doing. Chelsea fans right now are in dream mode. They've got everything. They've got a manager that they really love, who's a legend, and they've got a team that's playing well and winning games.
Here's a brave take. You don't deserve it.
No, of course they don't
Chelsea
deserve
fans
it.
Don't deserve that.
Chelsea,
the bulk of Chelsea fans don't deserve it.
No, all of them. Chelsea fans do not deserve anything good. They didn't let a black man on a train. How are they getting the shit they want? Those same fans that didn't let a black man on the train, they're enjoying their football right now. Is that all right?
That's the thing for it. That's what's annoying me. Is like, it's just about winning. It's about winning. It's about trophies. It's about winning. Yeah, get rid of him. Get rid of him. Get rid of that one. No, well, who's the best one in Italy then? Well, yeah, get him in. No, get rid of him. Oh, anyway, who's won a World Cup? Yeah, Brazil. Go on and get him in. No, he's rubbish. Get out. And they go, oh right, well just buy him. Well, yeah, but it's not legal for you to buy him. Well, just buy him. We'll have to do a transfer ban then.
All right.
What?
I know.
Oh, I will just play all these brilliant kids.
Yeah, I know, we're still brilliant.
I'd like, give us another... they're appealing the transfer ban. Worst thing they could do.
Yeah.
Just leave it.
So true.
They don't... And then they've won every trophy. It's just not fair, mate. It's so unfair. Football's so unfair.
I know.
Here's a brave take that popped into my head. Someone said on the radio, it was talking about how good Brendan Rodgers was, and they were saying if Gerrard,
I'll take him.
If Gerrard hadn't slipped, Liverpool. It was a Gerrard slip away from winning the title.
Yeah, true.
It is a brave take,
but that's karma. That's karma because they defended a racist. So that you got to get what you deserve there. But Chelsea are the only ones that don't seem to get what they deserve.
I know. Here's a brave take though. You don't know that, do you? You don't know if Gerrard hadn't slipped, they would have won the league.
Oh, I mean, no, you don't know, but that was it.
Chelsea might have won 3-0. You don't know.
You don't know. I mean, it's just a nice thing to say, Jim. You don't have to pick by everything.
Muncie, brave take. Diving is okay.
Yeah, I mean, you can get away with it.
Is it? Oh, here's one.
I suppose.
Arsenal fan. So Steve Costino. Arsenal fans want Mourinho when all he's good for right now is pulling an Allardyce, stabilise the team so they're not shit, but will never progress further. If you were an Arsenal fan, would you want Mourinho?
Yeah.
Why would you want Mourinho? You said if Mourinho gets the Arsenal job,
yeah, get him in.
every Arsenal fan He needs to have a long, hard look.
Jim, just get him in.
Long, hard look.
Winner.
They need to have a long, hard look at their Twitter account.
He's a winner.
He's a winner.
He's a winner.
I know where you want him in.
He's a serial winner.
Really, just dissolve it.
What?
He'll just finish that club off.
No.
Mourinho comes in.
No, look, he'll win him a League Cup. That's what they want. They want to get back on the trophy. Look, there are Spurs fans out there that would bite your hand off for Mourinho right now.
So, from a neutral's point of view, this is why I would like to see Mourinho at Arsenal, because of the sheer hypocrisy of it.
Way past this. Yeah, they hate him.
But
that's great.
You know how people's and it's a bad thing. People just go through your tweets and find stuff that you said, right? This is going to be different level. Think of the stuff that Arsenal fans on Twitter have said about Mourinho in the last 5 years.
It wouldn't bother me if I'd said some bad stuff. Someone pulled it up, and I'm like, yeah, but I don't care. I don't feel like that now. I don't care. There's nothing you can say to. There's nothing an Arsenal fan could ever say to hurt me ever. But especially digging up old tweets. And don't look too far back, because there probably are some.
Brave take. If you're an Arsenal fan, and you've probably, I would imagine, you've shown the integrity to like Wenger for a long time, and then it was time for him to move on. And then you've calmly gone, okay, let's give this Emery guy a chance. He's done very well at Sevilla. He's done well at PSG. Let's keep it moving forward. Give him a chance. Well, he's only had 1 season. Let's give him 2 seasons to do what he's doing. This isn't really working, and he's on a 2-year deal. So maybe we just go, thank you, Unai.
So is this the end?
Time for you to go
this year?
Huh?
End of his contract this year?
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect for him. There's literally no compensation.
They don't. Any fan who's been like that through Arsenal's journey, they don't want Mourinho. And if they do want Mourinho, they'll be a little bit disappointed in themselves.
They just want to win. That's the only thing that.
But I don't think he guarantees that anymore.
His track record would suggest that they will pick up some trophies. He's not going to win the league with him now. He's past his sell-by date as a manager.
But do you know where they go? He goes, right, oh, brilliant. This is going to be amazing. And then they go.
If they want to see good football.
But they go, here's your budget. To Mourinho. Mourinho's going to go, what is this?
What is this?
He's not going to be happy.
Well, and then you go, there's your League Cup trophy. And then they go, we want the league. And you go, you'll give me more money.
Yeah. He sees the budget and he goes, I'd like to bring in Ashley Young. Anyway.
Yeah, look, I mean, that's... And Arsenal fans are going to go, League Cup for you, Arsenal fans. And Arsenal fans are going to go, playing pretty bad football. And go,
yeah.
FA Cup run.
Yeah.
Arsenal fans are... Why do you keep mentioning Pepe? Aubameyang on the right?
Yeah. He goes, get you back in the Champions League with the Europa League.
Yeah.
and then he goes,
you're all right, we'll take it.
But we'll finish 14th. What do you want?
Mate,
would you take 14th if you get back in the Champions League?
I think there's Arsenal fans have been brought up on Arsene Wenger been playing absolutely liquid football. At times, Emery has shown Arsenal playing really nice football going forward. That game against Fulham last year, where they just tore them apart. Yeah. With Mourinho, that's not what you get. What you get is long balls and League Cups.
Long balls and League Cups. Great name for a book.
Yeah.
Ed Jones, last brave take. Football fans are caught up in a pathetic maelstrom of wanting managers to be sacked. No club is capable of having a blip in form anymore without the position of the manager being called into question. Supporters use phrases such as "give him time," yet turn against them only 2 to 3 games later. People would rather be seen to be right on their negative opinions than actually see their team well.
You know, this is much deeper than just your team doing well and you know, having some foresight and calmness about you. This is about people feeling bad. Their lives at that moment are a little bit worse than they hoped they would be, and they're pinning it on the Arsenal result or the Tottenham result. And the only way they can deal with that pain inside them, instead of internalising and realising what it is, that it really means nothing, and in time will pass, they have to splurge. They have to get that poison out. And what they're doing is by removing that poison from them on social media, you've got to absorb a little bit of that poison. You have, all of you have, until you hit mute button and you don't get any more of their poison. The point is, it takes a very strong individual not to just spew out, Wenger out, when they're that angry. It's just...
Or Poch out.
Although we did a poll today. Are you Poch in, Poch out? None of that bollocks, none of that caveats, none of that.
Give it time.
We don't want you to at us after, just pick one, in or out. 74% in. which give me a little. I don't.
Strong win that.
Yeah, I don't want. I'm not like. I'm kind of borderline now, saying like something's got to change. Something.
Fuck out of my club.
Yeah, something's got to change, but it is life affirming that 3/4 of our fan base are still being patient. Although I think there are a lot of them on the line. A couple more delicious little defeats.
Yeah.
Then you got to start questioning: is he the right man for the job?
If you want to be right, be a pessimist.
Yeah. I mean, what good is it being right? That's good. You give that to the world, that one. Did you?
I firmly believe in that. You want to be right, be a pessimist.
You know how you
want to be happy, be an optimist.
Exactly. And what's right? What's better? Like, like imagine like spending your whole life as a pessimist. It's just going to be a very negative, horrible experience. Like people like the Fighting Cock's going through a little bit of an existential crisis at the moment because people
Spurs won't win a game.
Yeah, because they won't fucking win a game. The Spurs fans are like saying, we don't want you to be happy clappy. You can't sugarcoat this anymore. You can't, when you do your podcast, don't sugarcoat it. Tell it how it is, right? And then you got other people saying, don't tell it how it is. We come to you to make us feel happy or to help us deal with it. So, like, you can't. What are we supposed to do?
Well, you're taking in what they're saying, which is right. You should do that, but they're just projecting. They're doing exactly what you just said a minute ago. Yeah, that's their place to do it.
But I said they'll stop listening if we keep being happy clappy.
They'll keep listening.
The thing is it's not even about having happy clapping. Is that if we have to talk about it for an hour every week, we're not going to spend our time picking apart everything that's wrong because it'd be a miserable experience. That's why I don't want to keep talking about Spurs on here.
All right,
it's like literally every fucking week. They just got to win
it's
a game.
A weekly podcast about football. Let's talk about Liverpool, Man City then. It's going to be a wicked game.
Will be.
Just enjoy it. It's just a game of football.
Yeah.
We all love football, don't we?
Well, we'll watch that one. Definitely.
So, yeah, I'll take into that one.
It's like a lovely sausage sandwich.
What's your setup? What's your perfect setup for like a belter of a game like Liverpool, Man City?
What do you mean setup?
Like, would you like to be
cock out
at home?
Yeah.
Cock out,
just like that. It's just flaccid, but it's just lying there like that, just in case of some tasty football action. And then it goes like that, and then I can quickly go to that.
So I like to flop it out.
Yeah.
Get a packet of what's it, right? And then I'll go. Bigger than that.
I flop it out, right? And I just undo some Marmite right there, and just get it and like dip it in there. Just while watching the game, was I watching the game like that?
Do you know what's the problem though with Marmite? That can be a bit stringy, so you're gonna get.
Yeah. What kind of animal puts Marmite in the fridge? By the way, it's making your life worse. Just put it in the cupboard.
Yeah, ours isn't in the fridge. Yeah, Liverpool, Man City.
Good game, innit?
Good
game. God, does it matter? Does it matter? Should know. It doesn't matter, though, does it? Because it's a big game. I was desperate for both of them to lose last week. I was really gutted when they both got that last minute winner. That would have been great if just lost.
That's what the big teams do, you know.
Yeah, but if they both lost, it would have made no difference.
So it's at Anfield.
Can I say something? Liverpool's form, their results have been incredible, but how well are they playing? They've got out of jail a few times this season. They come from behind wins, last minute goals. I was thinking, who did they play? I want to say Watford earlier on in the season.
What, where they were struggling?
Away.
Somehow got out of it against Arsenal. You look at it two ways, can't you?
Spurs, they were 1-0 down. They deserve to win, don't get me wrong, but and then, who is it? Southampton. Oh no, that's Man City, wasn't it?
Southampton they just about won, but that was away from home.
Yeah, and then this last weekend, Aston Villa.
Down, yep.
Like finding a way to win, and that's how you do win the Premier League. But the form's got to be there. You've got to get some really impressive performances. And I'm wondering if they're starting to get a little bit fatigued.
Do you know what I think it is? I think they've been on such a good run. When you're on such a good run,
yeah.
I remember the famous Queen's Park Rangers side that won the championship, the title.
Famous.
They went. I think I want to say it was almost like 18 games or something without losing. It was amazing.
But he's good.
But it got to a point where as much as you're playing to win, there's a large chunk at the back of your mind that's sort of playing not to lose.
Yeah.
And I think they've been so brilliant that there is just that little bit of tension. They just need a defeat. I almost think they need a defeat just to kind of go, okay, well that's gone. Let's not concentrate on that. Let's just get back to where we were.
I don't think the tension will be alleviated at all. This season's going to be very stressful for the fans, and because of that, they're going to have these incredible highs. And I think actually you will see a good performance from Liverpool against Man City because this is all the motivation they need. This is their big rivals now, in terms of on the pitch, and they're going to be up for this. Anfield, it's going to be loud. The atmosphere is going to be great. And it's against teams like Aston Villa that they have the potential to slip up, because it's only when like the jeopardy is so high that they really start to switch on, because they need that mentally. They need that click. They need to go, shit, it's on us now. Whereas starting against a team that they should beat, they're probably not motivated. And they're human beings. They need the stimulus.
I agree. That's where the tension is as well, in terms of, God, we best not lose to a team that's not. And it's not even top 6 anymore. It's just like lose full stop.
How many points clear are they? They're 8 still.
So they are 7 points. 6 points.
And listen, the thing is, if Man City do win, it becomes so close again.
And I think they will.
And do you think that pressure, like the thing with being a Liverpool fan, is so unfair, because if they do blow it, they're going to go 8 points and you blew it. When it's such an unfair, it's the same thing that happened with Spurs, and this is why I feel sorry for Liverpool fans. The last season as well, it's because we got that. You're so close and you blew it. Like we got there. You've never fucking been there, but you get the right to dig me out. But that's the football. That's the way it goes. And that's what Liverpool got to be. And the world's going to be willing Liverpool to lose again, and they've got to kind of be up against that. And I imagine, like, mentally, Liverpool fans found it quite difficult last year when Man City did go on to win it, and Liverpool deserved it. They deserved it. And they didn't get it, and so I appreciate it. But
I still think Liverpool will win it this year. But I think
so too.
But I think they'll lose this weekend. But it could turn like that because their defence is so dangerous. Man City's and Liverpool's is really strong. But I just feel like
defensively they're a bit weak.
Man City, and I actually think it's going to be Liverpool's dominance against the other teams that's going to get them there.
In a way, for us as neutrals, it'd be good if Man City won. It sets up a much more interesting kind of running towards Christmas.
What's going to be interesting is Guardiola so see what Guardiola said about them diving, about Mane diving.
Called him a nonce, didn't he? Diving nonce.
It was sort of implied that he said they were saying about were you keeping an eye on the Liverpool game, and he was like, look, this is Liverpool, they're a fantastic team. I'm sort of paraphrasing it, but 1 week it's a last minute goal, another week it's a dive, like whatever, and basically just pop that, just let it bubble out.
The thing is
I like that. You don't really see that with Guardiola.
Shithousery.
Tiny bit of shithousery.
Because that could be the difference, like to get in their heads. And the best managers have always done it. They've always said it. Mourinho, in his head, calling him Wenger a voyeur. Calling him a voyeur. Such a weird thing to say.
But you generally believe Guardiola's above that.
No,
you would imagine
he's a winner. He's not above it.
But he is a winner, exactly. And I kind of, when I saw that, I went,
yeah,
I like that. I kind of like that.
I like if I was Pochettino, I'd be going, I fancy Emery's daughter, as long as she's over age. Yeah, I fancy her daughter.
Emery,
like in Spurs rivalry.
Oh, sorry.
Just got to say some mental shit like that.
Yeah.
But your overage son has got. Just throw him off a little bit. Shit out. You got to do it. Are you a winner or not?
Yeah.
Are you a winner?
Yes.
So what would you say then?
Say, can I shag your daughter?
In the press conference. You can't throw this shit out there. You don't do it enough. No, look, the difference is it's become an issue, and it's a talking point around Liverpool.
Klopp will be straight on to the old tactical fouls, by the way. That's the next one. That's the comment that comes after.
So you see Man City a tactical fouling?
Yeah. That's what Klopp's kind of led towards before.
Yeah, and
that'll be his little throwback.
This is part of it, yeah. And the fact is that Mane is throwing himself, but all players do it. If you can win a foul, win a penalty, then you win it. So this time round, who do you see winning? What will the score be? I think Man City might do it. I just feel like I think Liverpool are going to win the league, but it would be a good thing if Man City did win, because, like I say, it's much more interesting for us to talk about. I feel like they're going to win 2-1.
I think, I can see that happening. I can see 2-1. I just feel like they have got proper winners there, and I think they've just been they've just been dominating so many games against average opposition. They're actually probably really looking forward to this game. Whereas I reckon the Liverpool players, as much grit and as incredible as they've been, I just don't feel like this will fit them. That said, it's at Anfield, so anything can happen.
And they always turn up against the big side. Always. You've seen it happen so many times.
Right, home wins time. Want to get it out? Do you want to drill? Quick drill? Oh, let me tell you about that.
He's got a spoon.
Yeah.
And a bit of gaffer tape. Didn't we answer that?
Whoa. Get your drill out first. People loving the fact that
Cool. Look at that.
Look inside my box.
Let's have a look. What am I having this
Top
week?
2 bits. Get your drill out.
We'll have these.
What do you want?
These.
What it
Pliers
implies?
and the drill.
Right.
Oh, there's no patch sheet. You've been doing some home wins.
Yeah. I had a little.
yeah.
I had a little vehicle away win, I guess. Struggling with a Mazda, and I.
You got a Mazda?
Yeah.
It's not very masculine, is it? Is it one of them little Mazdas, the 2-seaters?
Yeah, it is.
Is it really? What have we got? What's the name of your Mazda?
Mazda 2.
A Mazda 2. Is it fast?
She can go. Yeah, she can go.
Yeah. Go like clappers.
She can go like clappers.
Go like fucking clappers.
Put my foot down. We've got to drive careful with the missus.
What's this then?
That is a pair of pliers, I think. Is it run out of battery?
Nah,
she's good.
And then you've got the light on there. Why is the light there? Well,
just for directional, isn't it?
Well,
just in case you're in a dark area.
See what you're doing.
Yeah. So welcome back to Home Wins. You seem to have enjoyed it last week. So Home Wins is when you do.
Why did I sniff it?
Did you sniff it?
I went like that. I went. What did I? Do you not notice it? It was at the end of the thing. I didn't even know I'd done it, and I was like that, and then at the end I go like that. What was I thinking?
You sure you were sniffing it?
I don't know, but I went like this, and it looked like I was sniffing the drill.
Weird.
I'm a drill sniffer.
Anyway, last week, Mitchell Brennan, he was in Bordeaux, wasn't he? And he sorted out the shower with a bit of gaffer tape.
Of course he did. See that?
Someone said this. Here we go. Jacob Hayes claiming it's absolute nonsense.
What?
The Bordeaux story. You said you smelled bullshit.
What was it again?
About the gaffer tape. Basically, he was on honeymoon.
Oh yeah, he'd taken his gaffer tape.
Taking his gaffer tape.
Yeah, what the fuck? Who does that?
Yeah. So Jacob Hayes said the Bordeaux story is bollocks. One, you're not going to be watching a podcast on your honeymoon. Depends how good it is, Jacob.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be one of them ones you watch a little bit while you're on the toilet and a little bit when you.
You come in, yeah.
Yeah.
Then you go out, even on honeymoon. 2, if you're at the age of having a honeymoon, what are you doing commenting on YouTube videos? Jacob, that's strike 2, mate. Just calm it down a little bit.
Yeah, what's Jacob's big deal? Like, what's... Like, we said it a little bit, but I don't mean go to town on the poor bloke.
Yeah. And what? Hang on, I'm married. And I'm holding a drill on a Monday afternoon. Calling me a mug.
Yeah. It's calling bullshit.
3.
We know your home wins are completely legitimate, Jim.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well,
obviously. 3, if you're on your honeymoon, unless you're a massive scruff, you wouldn't be staying in a pikey hotel in Bordeaux that expects you to fix your own shower. What the fuck is this all about?
What is this guy? What's your problem, Jacob?
Strike 3, Jacob. Fortunately, there's 4 strikes before you're out.
You fucking get it. You ever fucking come round here again?
I went to Colombia.
Drill your head like that. Fucking die, Jacob. Die!
Leave it.
What?
Just leave it for a second.
Fucking drill his head, I will.
Let me tell you a little story. I went to Colombia recently, and to get preferential rates and a free bottle of wine on the first night, we said it was our honeymoon.
Oh.
And the shower was
What'd you do? You fixed it?
We said, this is a really special holiday.
Yeah, but obviously as a man, you went in there and don't worry about this.
Just funsied it, didn't I? It's fine. So anyway...
Fonzied, don't they? 90% of our audience will not get what fonzied means.
Yeah, they would. Flav said to Mitchell Brennan, picture with a spoon, please.
Yeah.
Mitchell Brennan got in touch. #HomeWins. I'm disappointed, Flav, but I've changed my profile pic to include your bloody spoon and including the tape.
That's beautiful. Do you know what as well? Mitchell looks like a bit of a hard cunt.
Yeah.
So how about you...
you and Jacob.
Yeah, how about you, Jacob? You have a little look at the picture, see if you're as trappy as you are now.
Yeah. Apologise, Jacob, please.
We apologise with a spoon and...
Holding a spoon and a cup of your own tears.
No.
You've been owned.
I want a pair of your... I want you holding up a spoon and a pair of trainers.
Okay. just for some context, we are from Australia and are doing an 8-week European honeymoon.
That's why you need gaffer tape.
Of course, you don't know what's going to happen. I'm not overly handy, but a bit of tape can get you out of a lot of tight jams.
I still don't buy it, mate.
Without the risk of hurting yourself with a power tool you're not qualified for. Safety first. I like Mitchell Brennan. He's done the picture.
He has.
Shush. Less from you. Less.
Okay.
Right, send in your home wins, but we've got a few here for you as well. So let's kick it off, shall we? Right.
What?
You really can't let you drop the R's. Right, Mr. Nathan, double Mr. Hashtag home win. My missus left the window open when it was raining last week.
Fuck yourself.
And it soaked the TV remote.
Nightmare.
Absolute nightmare. Right? I tried the old stick it in rice method, which is incredible, by the way. Just to break out a catch for a second, it works so well. I've got a. Do you know how much rice I've got?
I'd imagine, knowing.
Did I show you?
Yeah,
it's mental.
What you get it on your phone so they can see?
Oh no, I'll just bring it through now.
How much rice is it?
Huh?
Really?
Oh, bloody mine.
Oh, let's have a look. He's literally gone to get rice. First, it's a fucking spanner that turned out to be a wrench, and now he's going to show me how much rice he's got. That's full up with rice. What? Why? Can you let me just for a second? You sure there's not a head underneath that?
So if you've got a wet phone, pop it in there.
Jim, why have you got that much rice? Why have you got that much? I know you're married to
we have a lot of rice. That's probably it.
Why though? Why, Jim? Why do you have that much rice?
Because we eat rice.
You're going to eat it. What? How many times a week? 5 times a week? 6 times a week?
We're getting through. That's about 10 kg.
You're not going to get through that much rice in less than 6 months.
Probably under that. We eat a lot of rice.
Rice is alright. Is it confusing? Is rice like white rice? Is that like eating white pasta? That the same level of nutrition?
I don't know.
What about a nice wholemeal rice, or is that not traditional?
I don't know. I just eat it. But I always say to Fam, I shouldn't be eating this much rice, but she's always.
But is it so? Fam being from the east, is that am I allowed to say that? Pan-Asian, right?
Second generation. Yeah, she's British.
No, I know. But culturally, she's going to eat more rice. Is that fair to say?
Yes. Yeah. Of course, she'll have she grew up on 2 bowls of rice a day. She did. She would say that phrase. She would say that sentence to me because I'd be like, I feel like I'm having a lot of carbs here. She'd be like, look, and she's like, Fam's.
Yeah, she's a rocket. She is a rocket. She's a sensational figure.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not doing her any harm. Why did I do that? What was the point of that? I'll stick it in rice method.
How much harm is it doing you though, Jim? Because your body, her genetic makeup is designed for that much rice.
Yeah, but mine is not very doughy.
Nor is mine.
I don't know. It's
I might eat that much pasta. We could have that much white pasta.
Just see in a month. Just see it gets fatter. So anyway, the old stick it in rice method, which generally does work. So this was the soak TV remote.
Oh yeah, go
on. Try the old stick it in rice method. Hang on. Stick it in rice method. No joy. I thought I'll have to buy a new TV. Times are hard. Brexit and that. And I'm fuming. Mrs. went away for the weekend.
Oh yeah.
She comes back to a fixed TV remote.
Of course she does.
I said I just had this. I said I just had to solder the relay. Brackets, no idea. Just made up. I had to solder the relay. It's nothing, babe.
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
She buys me a Chinese. Ironic. She buys me a Chinese and let me slip one in her after my chow mein. Little did she know, I found the exact same TV with remote for sale for only 30 quid.
Got some budget TV right there.
I think it just means the remote.
The remote, right?
But yeah,
right.
I wins.
Perfect.
Well done, Mr.
We salute you.
Josh Brownless.
This sounds good. Brownless. This sounds good.
Yeah. Me and changed his name to Brownless. He's proper Brexit.
Yeah.
Me and my girlfriend were in the process of...
Right sort, isn't she?
Oh, she's lovely.
I can see it lovely.
I love her. She's a good girl. She's a good girl.
Good girl.
That's how I
Yeah.
she's a good girl.
Yeah,
she's a good girl.
Good girl.
We're in the process of buying our first home, so I'm staying at her parents for the time being. We were carving pumpkins when I turned the light off to see how they looked with a candle in. When I went to turn the light back on, it never went on. She shouted her dad, who went to get another bulb. I then decided to tap the light bulb, which had turned on by the time he returned. #home win.
God, that's a banger.
Lucky bastard.
Yeah, he's about to take it. What did he do? Don't worry about it.
Well, have you tapped it? There you go.
The light bulb back, granddad.
Yeah. Don't waste your time. That was about £6, that light bulb. Yeah. Very expensive light bulbs.
Yeah, not £6. Although those vintage ones, the vintage ones that go in, they're about £6. Get them, they look good.
£6. Time for one more, last one, quick one.
Yeah.
Jack Shield, home wins. Live in a shared house with 5 girls.
Oh, well.
Winter's coming, and it's proper taters.
Yeah, because yep.
Taters?
Taters, yeah. Just potatoes. Taters means freezing.
Oh, right. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's good.
I can't think of... I don't know why I said potatoes. I can't think of the Cockney rhyming slang that it means, though. Taters, it's...
Hot. No. Doesn't make sense. Anyway.
No, I can't remember what the Cockney rhyming slang... That's a shame, given the fact this is a Cockney bit. Taters means freezing, though.
Okay, it's proper taters. My mum once taught me how to bleed a radiator. Went round the gaff and got them all working beautifully. Walking around like Billy Big Bollocks the rest of the day.
Of course. Hopefully that resulted in a...
It's like 1967, the Olympics, isn't it?
We're like some communist workers unite. Bleeding a radiator is a pretty mucky business.
Is it?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Can be.
Right.
They've got like a black sludgy oil in them that sometimes...
Not all home wins are pretty.
Sometimes you've got to get your hands dirty.
If you've written a home win, we've got more. They'll be there soon enough. Okay.
You got the old hammer function on this, John. You know? Hammer function on the drill. Like that. You can drill the table. I'll drill the fucking table.
Bloody, just don't touch the table. Right, inside the mind.
Fucking
Stridey gaming jesters in a monologue. Rough up his
Can
hair.
I put this down then?
Yeah.
Rough up your hair.
Yeah,
that's the meaning.
Don't touch another man's hair.
Nah, not really.
Probably because it might smell.
No.
Connor S. As someone said this after last week, do you remember there was the inner monologue of the guy who, whenever he sees a blind man with his stick and it's got the ball at the end of the stick, he really wants to kick the stick.
Go of it.
Well, Connor S, who is blind, he said, as someone who is blind, I completely understand that guy in the monologue. Before I got my dog, I would regularly try and play keep-ups with the ball on the end of my cane when I was bored.
Oh. Can you ask him about the wanking? Is that... Oh shit, no, it's a different podcast. So I'll ask him the question. So we do No Holds Barred podcast. You've been on it a couple of times. No Holds Barred podcast is behind Patron Fighting Cock, and we talk about everything. And one of the things is what do blind people use when they're wanking if they can't see anything? They're completely blind. And we found on Pornhub a niche or a genre of porn that's called description only.
Oh wow!
And they describe everything that's happened. So
Give it a
go. We looked at it. We played it while we was doing the pod.
Oh, right.
And it's a blonde girl sits on the bed. A man arrives. He's very big and handsome. Another man arrives. Where did he come from? 3 more men arrive. They pull their penises out. One blows in her mouth. Like that kind of thing. Wow. Yeah, it's quite set me on a bit.
Fair enough.
Yeah, let us know how you get off. If you're blind.
Yep.
The other thing is that if you're deaf, how many times have you been caught? Deaf people get caught wanking because they can't hear them.
They must have something else. They'll have some sort of
alarms.
Pulley system in place.
Yeah,
it means they're fine. Coutinho in a monologue. James looks like his mum cut his hair.
That's not fair.
Yeah. Joel McCormick in a monologue. Whenever I walk down the street and see a group of pigeons, I instantly want to kick the shit out of one and send it flying.
Don't like that. I
do like to not kick them, but like get them to go.
Why? Maybe someone do that and get you to go one day.
Maybe.
Once my ex-girlfriend she like loves animals, like vegan, like loves animals. And one of the things each year she'll find a fucking pigeon and adopt it when it's too little, it's fallen out of his nest, and she'll raise the pigeon and then let it go. Like literally during our time together, she did about 3 pigeons.
Really?
She loves animals.
That's nice.
Anyway, so that's how much she loves pigeons. No one really loves pigeons.
No.
She was walking on the street and she had a dog and it ran towards the pigeons. Pigeon flew up and a bus was coming, hit the pigeon. Pigeon feathers everywhere, just flew on, just landed in the road. She didn't rate that. It was her fault. She didn't rate it. She didn't fall to her knees. She just went. No! But it was a little bit like that. She's like properly infected.
I mean, that's very kind. You're kinder than me. Adam Kench. Need a new lovely drop from Flav.
Well, I can't remember ones I've recommended, but
they've all really got strange names, haven't they?
Rare the Governor. Have I said that one? Yeah, the Governor is nice. The Duro, the Fennenhauer from Sainsbury's at £11. Can't go wrong with that.
That's a pricey wine, that.
It is for Sainsbury's as well. But what the rule of thumb?
Yeah, what's your drinking rules?
Well, it depends what you like, but I like a full-bodied wine, like a full-bodied woman. If you're going to pay £6 for a wine, just put the extra money in and pay £9. It makes a big difference. If you're paying £9, put the extra money and pay £13.
Interesting.
The price of wine is directly related to the quality of it. There are some cheap wines you can get that are nice, but you've got to pay for the quality.
Isn't there a rule that like with the house, when often people order the house wine, it's not actually. You're actually better off getting the second cheapest, because often with the house wine, sometimes they're just trying to get rid of certain wines. Yeah,
and because obviously they have a lifespan, and also we went into a restaurant and we had this app where you can scan. Actually, it's all Samsung phones. You can scan the wine label and it tells you about the wine, but it also tells you the cost price. And house wine was being sold for £25 a bottle, and the cost price was about £1.80 wholesale. So you're buying shit wine.
Interesting. That was good.
Okay,
well done. Moments. Last week we were talking about that moment when things happen sometimes in the bedroom that don't go to plan, and the girl might go, oh. So we asked you if there were any from you guys, and it was quite funny.
Go on.
There was a STMAJ. Not quite had an O, but I have had a. You have no idea how disappointed I am right now. Still a bit upset for myself, to be honest.
Well, what was it?
What happened to him? I don't know.
What the fuck? That's like one of. Thanks for that story, mate.
Yeah. That's.
We'll fucking do that again. Give us half the fucking information again. You got one of fucking head. Right in the fucking skull.
Max Covey. The first time I tried to have sex with my current girlfriend, the unthinkable happened, and the old boyo didn't want to stand to attention.
Yeah, mad things.
I think this foreshadowed my beloved Leeds failing a semi-2 at the end of last season. Right, another one, Robert Denton. This is good. My little fella once let me down, and the lass I was seeing started singing, "When you try your best but you don't succeed."
But that's the right way to do it.
Did that happen?
No. Yeah, no, I get that. Like,
she's got to laugh at it, hasn't it?
Yeah, the fact that she's like making a joke out of it and she isn't disappointed means that you can relax. It's not the end of it. When you try your best but you don't succeed. And the sentiment is, and is that his girlfriend? That was his actual girlfriend.
Lights will
guide you home and ignite
your bone.
I will try
to shag you.
Right.
Twist. Right, Shark Facts, 81 facts. And we're up to number 8, I think.
Right, give us number 9.
7 maybe. I'll give you 2 this week. Ready? When a shark eats food that it can't digest, like a turtle shell or a tin can.
Yep.
It can vomit by thrusting its stomach
out of its mouth,
then pulling it back in.
There is footage of this happening.
When a shark eats food that it can't digest.
Go on, rest of it.
Like a turtle shell or a tin can. It can vomit by thrusting its stomach out its mouth, then pulling it back in.
Nice. That's the truth. There's footage and it's quite revolting. But a shark regurgitating. Its entire stomach comes out of its mouth.
Amazing. That is amazing. Incredible creatures.
Wonderful.
And
did you see that footage? I retweeted it the other day. It's 2-minute footage of people swimming with great whites, no cage, just in the water, snorkels,
just chilling with them.
And they were just swimming, holding on. It was with there's a shark called the Big Blue or Deep Blue, right? And it is pregnant, and it is ginormous. And they think that he was fighting, well, it was just like had loads of sharks in its belly, so a lot going on. Yeah. But they're just riding it, holding on to the fin, and it just swam along. How much of a killer is it, really?
I don't know. Well, you need to make your mind up. Are they killers or not?
No, when I'm talking about that, I'm joking. I love sharks. I hate the fact that people vilify them and kill them. They're not monsters, and they're not going to kill you. It's just that sometimes they might fuck you up, like that guy.
Yeah, just don't push it.
Had his foot bitten off the other day.
The thing with a shark is its jaw is not attached to its cranium. Because its mouth is situated on the underside of its head. A shark can temporarily dislocate its jaw.
Yeah, that's true.
And jut it forward to take a bite.
Yeah, you'll see, especially in great whites, you'll see their jawbones.
This is such a good.
Come forward. Head, yeah, their jawbones will come forward, and they'll take a chunk of flesh and pulls it back in.
Incredible. Right, last but not least, BDA. Last week, Sam Burgess said the last 5 minutes.
One, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So it might have to be one where we put out there to the people and then see what they think.
It's good. What last 5 minutes? What?
Someone said the last 5 minutes is why I listen to the podcast, which I thought was very sweet. Because we have like a nice tender moment at the end.
Oh.
BDA. All right, mate. Got a story for you that could be part of BDA advice. Or BDA. I'm probably a little older than your demographic and got some life experience in me to be able to work my way through this one, but it's probably a good cautionary subject. Do me a favour though, no names if you use it. Don't worry. A few years ago, a new girl started in my office, an absolute beauty she was, way out of my league, to the point where I was almost not attracted to her. That's definitely a thing.
That is the thing. Yeah, you know you don't have a chance, so you don't let yourself
switch off. Yeah. I found that with tall girls. I'd be like, well, I'm not wasting my time yet, and then they'd fancy you.
Really?
Mad. Yeah.
Maybe they had a thing for little guys.
Possibly. We
do you ever take advantage of any of that?
I have. About a year and a half.
So how short though? How short were you below the nipple?
I don't know. Like I'm what am I? I'm like just under 5'8". They'd be like 5'9", 5'10". All the same line down, aren't we?
Not all of us. Some of us are underage. Jim.
Everyone was of age. Right. A few years ago, Burnley office. We sat next to each other in work, chatted on the phone, and would often go out with each other outside of work. Things had started with no intention to enter into a relationship with each other, but it quickly became more than just friends, and we began having sex. There was one big... Sex. Did your mum do that? I love my mum so much, just in case she's listening. Okay. But she does this thing, which it's like a dead person when she's got to say something a bit more.
Yeah. He's not there right now.
Exactly. Problem was he was... No. Really strange. Bless. Anyway, sorry. Things started with no intention. Anyways, where are we? I started having... There was one big problem, though. We were both in long-term relationships.
Holy moly. Dun, dun, dun. Long-term relationship.
We continued our affair for around 2 years. My relationship with my partner eventually broke down and I went into a bit of a tailspin. There was talk of her breaking it off with her partner too, to be with me, but it never happened. She had a family tragedy around the time of my breakup and it would have caused havoc. So I left my job, distancing myself from her, and tried to move on with my life. And I did. I've been to counselling, set up my own business, which has been great, and got back together with my partner of 14 years, brackets on and off, lol. It's been 3 years since I'd last spoken to the girl from work, but over the weekend I got a message from her out of the blue.
Whoa.
She had been in a massive car crash a couple of weeks ago and it had changed her outlook on life. The message was long, full of spelling mistakes, and clearly written with some emotion behind it. She wanted to let me know that she had been living a lie by trying to make things work with her partner and had never felt the rush she felt when she was with me. She's now single and telling me she still loves me. And you know what? I still love her too.
Oh my God.
What do I do?
Do you know what? I still have her too. If you love her, you've got to...
Give her.
Oh, man.
What do you do? What should he do? Let us know in the comments below. We will pick this up next week. I mean, he's probably already done whatever he's going to do, but it'd be interesting to know what the advice will be.
Do you know what? Lights will guide you home. And
to which home?